Good morning. It's Tuesday, the 12th of April 2022. I just finished my breakfast. Quite full up now. So I'm just going to have a wee drive around the island. Just take it from there basically. Tomorrow I'll probably visit some of the places like the Electric Railway, Steam Railway, Museum and stuff. But today I'll have a look around Douglas. I'll drive around and then drive around the island. And I'll take videos and pictures throughout. Well, the other thing I noticed that they have their own language here as well. The Manx language. It's native to the Manx people in the Isle of Man. Obviously they speak English as well. I only speak English, so I wouldn't understand any other language. It'd be beat otherwise. But I do noticed that they have their own dialogue, their own language. So I'm just chilling out here in the lounge. I guess I'll slug after breakfast and then I'll get out in the car and go for a drive. So I'll show you the view out the window here. That's the terminal, ferry terminal up there. Not very clear, but there's a lighthouse up there. I'll have a look at that lighthouse later as well. So I'm just parked at the other side of the road there. That big coach, holiday coach is parked. Mercedes coach. It's quite swanky actually. I'll show you. And the Electric Railway's just up. Try and get it to focus. So I'll be showing that later. Later on, maybe tomorrow. I'll just say today I'll do the driving around and have a look at the island. So I was lucky enough just to get parked right across the road. As I say, it's like 16 hours within 24 hours. So that's obviously the big coach and car park coach park right in front of the hotel. Blocks the view a wee bit, but I suppose in luck of me being a bus enthusiast, I don't mind. Right, so I'm just down at the centre of Douglas, in the town centre near the harbour. It's not the best weather, as usual, but I'm going to have a look around anyway and then I'll go for a drive round about the island. So at the moment I'm just down at the pier and harbour at Douglas. So I'll show you the footage that's to be seen here. So, I think I'll go for a drive up to Ramsey and have a look around the island now. Just sort of have to get moving so I could see as much as I could see basically. I'm getting my car and show you the map roughly where I'm going. Right, this is back in the car. I'm going to take a drive around the island now. I'll show you roughly where I'm planning on going on the map. Right, so I'm in Douglas at the moment and thinking about having a drive up to through Ramsey right up to the top here, Point of Ayre or Ari, or however you pronounce it. So I'll stop off at Ramsey as well, have a wee look around. So I'm currently in the centre of Douglas and I'm going to make my way up. And then after that I think I'll maybe try coming down either that way to Peel. And then I'll drive along back to Douglas. That'll probably be enough for today. Tomorrow or the day after I'll do this bit here. Tomorrow I might actually try the railway and steam chain. I'll see, I might go into some museums tomorrow. But today I'm going to have a look around this bit of the island anyway. There's only so much you could do in 3 whole days. And of course Friday, well, it's 8:45 that the ferry leaves, so I'm not going to get anything done on Friday. And of course when I arrived on Monday, well, it was 6 o'clock, so I couldn't really get much done then. So I've really only got Tuesday today, Wednesday and Thursday. So, right, so let's hit the road. I like vintage stuff. So I'm in the village of Laxon. Yeah, I was just stopping off en route to Ramsey, so I'm just going to be able to continue on. So I'm at Ramsey Pier at the moment. I'm just going to stop off here for a bit just to have a wee look around Ramsey, and then I'll continue on up to that lighthouse. I've just moved into the centre of Blacksea. and then going to get a sandwich or something. And then I'll continue on up to the top of that, the north coast of the Isle of Man, where I showed you the lighthouse. Set the disc for the time that you arrive, and you get 2 hours, 2 hours free, and there's no return within 2 hours. That's from 8 AM to 6 PM. A lot of the car parks are like that. And here's one for a good friend of mine. You'll know who I'm talking about. Here's another one for you, mate. I know it's not the ice cream weather, but they're selling, so I'm buying. Having one anyway. I got myself a wee souvenir as well, a wee keyring. It's only $3.99, so not so bad. So I'll get this finished and I'll head up to the point of Airy, or it's spelled A-Y-R-E, Airy or whatever it is. It's where the lighthouse is, on the north tip of the Isle of Man. So I'm currently at Ramsey. I'll finish this lovely vanilla dairy vanilla ice cream. Just out the souvenir shop up there, and then I'll get heading up to the lighthouse. Okay. Right, so we're up at Point Airy. I think that's how it's pronounced anyway. It's I-A-Y-R-E, and that's the lighthouse at that point. So it's kind of like the north tip of the Isle of Man. The foghorn will be up there, that'll be the foghorn. There's another lighthouse just ahead there. So it looks like there's a sort of car park up there towards the shore, so I'm going to make my way up there. They've got their own radio station as well. So here I am at the top. This is at the Shore Road, just at the just not that far from that lighthouse. And there's another small lighthouse there in the big foghorn. And it looks like kind of like a pebble beach kind of thing. So it's going to be quite windy, so you probably won't hear a word I'm going to say, so I'll just show you the sights when I'm out there. Unfortunately, I can't really get the camera right to it because there's a big puddle right in front of it, so I'll just have to stand here and show you. Just a little bit cold. Oh, slipping it. Some ducks or something in the water there. Might not see. I'll see if we can zoom in. Right, so I'll make my way to Beal, and then after that I'll probably head back to Douglas. So still here at the north part of the island. So I reckon by looking out that way, that'll be looking towards Dumfries in Scotland, that kind of area. I presume that would be where you would reach if you kept going out that way. North part of the Isle of Man that I'm on. And that's the back of the lighthouse. Villages, Buckies and everything there. Bothies maybe. Boathouse perhaps. The windows were closed, boarded up for everybody. So I'm going to make my way over to Beal now, I think. That's probably enough for here for just now. It's limited for time. I've just got to get as much done in the time that I've got. We've got like today, tomorrow, Thursday, and back off the island on Friday. So. So I'm still en route to Peel. I've stopped off at Jurby, or Jurby, it's pronounced Jurby, however you pronounce that. There's a motor museum and there's a Jurby Transport Museum. So I thought maybe just drop by here on the route to Peel. If it's open, I'll have a look in. It might be a bit late. I wasn't planning on it. I was just thinking of just going straight to Peel from the area lighthouse. But I saw the signs for this. I thought I'd drive through a few places en route to it, and I saw this. I'll show you what there is to see. I don't think it's open. As I say, I wasn't planning on it. It could be a bit late. Could always come back again tomorrow or the day after. But I'll show you what I'm seeing anyway. And the Transport Museum is just up there. Like I say, if it is open, I'll probably be closing quite shortly. I was just driving through and I saw the signs for it, so I thought I'd just stop off for a minute and just see what I could see, show you as well. So the museum shuts at 5, so I'm not really going to get a chance to look around it. So I'll come back here on another day and spend more time in here. It's quite big. I'll just take a picture and show you that. I asked first and then I'll do that. So that was good of them. They let us just have a wee look at where I was standing at. Like, I haven't paid yet because, as I say, they're shutting it in half an hour and you need more than that to look down there. So they're closed on tomorrow, Wednesday, and they're open again Thursday. So I might, if I get the time, I'll probably come back up here and spend some time in there and see exactly what's. I'll get a good look around, like, yeah. So that's the Isle of Man Motor Museum at Jurby, or whatever you pronounce it. And hopeless at pronouncing words. It's Jurby. So Jurby. Right, so I'm going to make my way to Peel now. Actually, before I go to Peel, I'm going to have a wee look down at the Jurby Transport Museum, which is just over there. This is like the Isle of Man symbol, flag symbol. So they're probably shut as well, or closing shortly. So it's quite late actually. As I say, I didn't plan on doing any museums today. It was just more driving about the island. They're closed. I didn't really think they would be open. It's no big deal really, because as I say, I'm just driving through. Right, so I'm going to get down to Peel this time and have a look at that. Okay. Right, that says at Peel now, which is on kind of like the west side of the Isle of Man. So earlier on when I was up at Airy, that would be like this sort of north east corner of it. And now sort of halfway down the west coast side of the Isle of Man. Douglas is on that'll be on the east side, right across from Peel. And then sitting here looking at Peel Castle, and also the beach as well, and a pier. You may want to see that, so I'll turn it around, I'll show you. I'll also go out and have a look as well. So that's Peel Castle up there in the distance. Quite nice, eh? So I think it's closed just now. I'll not get into the castle. I wouldn't have the time anyway, so I'm kind of like pretty much just driving through. Well, I will stop for a bit. I'll have a look around the town centre, and then I'll make my way back to Douglas after that. So I'll get some videos and pictures round about Peel on the Isle of Man. It's an old Robin Reliant. A lot of narrow streets here in Peel. Colourful buildings and that. Nice. Oh, there's the pier just up ahead, I'll show you that. Yeah, impressive, eh? Really nice here. I'm just heading down to the pier. Oh, Castle Street Gardens, I'll show you, can show you that. I like the old lights and that. I like that design. This is good. This is an on St Peter's Lane. I'm just passing the boatyard shop. Well, it's a cafe like, but it's called the boatyard. Because it's next to the boats at the yard. Oh, that's lovely. I'll show you this view. And you can see the castle, Beale Castle there, just up in the distance. I can actually smell the kippers. They're smoking the kippers there. You can smell it. Mannix kippers. And that looks like a power station of some sort. Probably oil, judging by the containers. So I'm guessing it's an oil burning power station. But then again, I don't see any pylons. So, unless it's cables. I've not actually seen much pylons on the island anyway. So maybe the power is transmitted by cable underground. Oh, that's quite lovely here. It's a wee bit damp, unfortunately, but it's on the outskirts of, well, kind of like on the edge of the town. This little kind of nature trail kind of walk. I've not done any real distance at all, just came up here just to get an elevated view of the harbour and that. Some picture shots from here. So I'll make my way down actually, and then I'll probably think about going back to Douglas, and that's the back of 6, so it doesn't get dark till about 8 o'clock. Well, the sun sets at 8, so I'll probably won't get dark till about 9. But I'm going to get to back to Douglas and then park out and get something to eat. I'm not actually overly too bad because I had my breakfast earlier and I had a light sandwich at Ramsey. But I'll get something to eat anyway when I get back to Douglas. And, dry my shoes out a bit. I've only got one pair of shoes, so I'll just hope that they dry out. It's a bit damp, unfortunately. But this is lovely. I'm going to get myself. It's quite steep here, by the way. And then I want to end up slipping. Yeah, I think that's probably enough touring for the day. Tomorrow I'll see what I'm going to do in the morning. I'll maybe try some of the. I might try the steam rail, but I don't know. I'm a bit tired just now, so I'm not really thinking quite as. I don't want to think about it too much. I just want to maybe think about getting back to the Douglas. It's not far. It's probably about 20 mile or something, or 15 or 20 mile. The whole island's about 33 mile long, something like that. So it's good though. I enjoyed it. Right, so I'm going to get back to the car then. If I see anything else, I'll just keep on picturing, photographing for you. I'll just make my way back to the car. One thing that has stuck me though is it's quite quiet. I think the population's about 85,000 on the Isle of Man, but it just seems a lot quieter than I would have imagined. You know, maybe because it's the summer, maybe it'll be a lot busier with visitors, and when the TT's on, I guess it'll be really busy. I would like to see the TT, but I think I'd have to book well in advance for that one. But to be honest, it's been quite quiet, really. There's hardly anybody around. It's just, you know, but I suppose with the 85,000's the total population of the island, so most of that will be in Douglas. Well, the densest part will be Douglas. That's the capital of the Isle of Man. That's where I'm staying. So. It is April the 12th, so it's quite, I would say it'd be the start of the holiday season, you know, the busy season. So, but as I say, it's been pretty quiet. It's just quite a nice area here. So just on my way back to the car, I've kind of going to have a wee look at this bridge en route back. Fennell Bridge, I think it's something to do with the locks. So they drop the water level on that to climb the, to get the ships, boats and that up different levels. And I think it's a lock anyway. So it comes across towards the pier to the castle. I'll show you this better. So that's the difference in level there. So obviously the ships and the boats can't go up that, so what they do is they raise the water level. So they do with the water level and then they drop the water. So they're just filling the water up so it gets over it, vice versa. And in a nutshell, I know explaining it very well, just type in locks and it'll Google it up and it'll explain it a lot better, but that's what this is, it's a lock. So obviously boats can't go up and down there, so they've got to raise the water level and lock the pier, so they drain and fill up the lock so that they could raise and lower the boats that come in. I'm not going to explain how that works. It works, I know that, it works. It's just to do with filling up the water. Obviously ships can't go up a step, so they've got to, there's one at Falkirk, there's in at Loch Footboy, but they raise the water level up, but they've got to stop the water from seeping out, so they put the bridge across, the boat comes in and then they fill the water up, which raises the ship, then it sails over and then they drop the water back down. Something like that. Just go into Google, type in locks, how locks works, marine locks work, and that'll explain it better than I do. But that is anyway, it's a lock. So, gosh, I've walked quite a bit. I didn't realise how far I actually walked in the park, way over there. So, yeah, I just like it here. I'm not in any rush to get back, really. So, at least that rain's kind of gone off, so I'm kind of enjoying the outside a bit better. Oh, this is lovely. I'm going to show you this view now. Yeah. It does go up there, but I can't be bothered just now, so I'm just staying here and I'm going to get a view of the Peel from up here. And then part of while we're there, so we've got a bit of a walk. I'll enjoy it though. Yeah, can't be bothered walking up there just now. That'll do for just now. There's a nice bench here. Well, it might be a bit wet. I was going to say I was going to sit on that bench and look at the view, but it might be a bit too damp to sit on that bench. So I'll just stand here and look at the view from up here for a couple of minutes. And then I'll eventually get back to the car and then I'll drive back to Douglas. So just going to chill out here for a bit. Done not too bad today actually. So I've done the north half of the island. I've covered pretty much that. I'll do the south half probably tomorrow morning, or tomorrow first part of the day, and then I'll try museum, or go to the museum first then do the south half, or I might do the south half on Thursday. I'll just see what happens. I've not got a plan, I just wing it, make it up as I go along. So yeah, it's been good, enjoyed it. Keep you posted. I'll let you know when I get back to Douglas. If I see anything nice on route, I'll stop and do that. Okay. Just done a wee Google search, by the way, about that power station. You can see the chimney. It was an oil-fired power station, like I guessed. I just guessed because I could see the drums and you know, the big tanks. I presume that would be for the oil. But I googled it and it's saying that it's oil, and it produces 40 megawatts of power. So that's that. Oh, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to go up anyway. So I'm going to be up there. I thought about it, I was down there and I said, oh, what's the rush back? I spent hundreds of pounds getting here. I might as well make the most of it. I'll be in my bed and I'll be thinking, if I didn't, I'd be saying, oh, I should have went up. So okay, what, I'm here now. It's kind of stopped raining-ish. I'm just going to go for it. It doesn't be not that far actually. It's amazing what a wee break does, eh? Makes you feel a bit better. Yeah. I'll show you the views. I'm not going back to my car quite yet. I'll show you the views from where I am just now. So that's looking out towards the west. That's the west coast. Towards Ireland. I think it's Belfast, is it? Or Dublin, maybe? I'd have to check them up. But I started looking towards the west anyway. So yeah, it's definitely the Irish Sea. But you won't see Ireland from here. I wouldn't have thought anyway. You certainly won't see it today because it's too low cloud. But I don't know if you can see it on a very clear day or not. You've got to be at a certain height to be able to see over the, you know, over the distance. You got to be up high enough, but I don't know. But I'm going to make my way up to the very top and I'll show you what it's like up there. Right, so that's the big oil containers for the oil burning power station. Produces 40 megawatts of power. And that's Beal Castle down there, right at the bottom. I'll get right to the very summit. It's just a stone throw away. Oops, I won't trip that is. Oh, what I'm not sure if it is quite the top, but there's a hill over there as well. Like, I've not got the time to do that. I'm not doing that. I wasn't even going to do this, but I decided to do it anyway. There's a fishing boat or something. I could let my breath go now. I held my breath while I done that wide shot, that video shot there. I didn't want the noise of any of the breathing in the background, so let my breath go now. Nah, this is good enough. That's plenty for me now, more than enough. Getting a great view of the village of Peel, or the town of Peel. So I'm just going to take a few moments to enjoy this, and then I'll be heading back to Wad in there somewhere. So. I'm just making my way down. I'm sure that tower in the back there that I didn't go to is called Corns Tower, I think, something like that, Corns Tower. But the one I went to was just the shoulder of that, or the north side of that. I didn't go right to the other hill. I think that's what it is. I tried to pinpoint it on the Google Maps to find out what it was called. I've not researched anything here at all, just wung it. So I'm sure it's called Corns Tower, or Corns Hill. So. So that's just down for Peel Hill. Peel Hill's about 501 metres high, which is about, divide that by 3.1, 160, 170 metres, something like that. So I'm down here at the bottom now, that's Finelli statue. I'll show you the beach here. An awful lot of shells. Shell beach. Yeah, a lot of shells here. I mean lots. It's just, instead of sand, it's shells. So, that's some sand. I've never done any reading, I just copied the reading at the moment. I'll research some of that later. Right, so I maybe want to start making my way back to Douglas because I do want to see some of the route on the way back before it gets dark. So that's obviously a lot of information on this board, by the way. But you ain't going to read that? That just now? Aye, right. That's why I've got a camera, I'll just picture it and read it later. Oh no, I've got sights to see. That'll be ages to read all that. But that tells you all about the stuff about the statue, the hill, the monument. I took a video and picture of it for you as well. But aye, it's useful these things. It's funny I say Douglas because I live in Dundee and there's a housing scheme called Douglas, and I drive the Dundee buses. And then when I said the route back to Douglas, it's normally like the 28 route. I drive the 28 route, the Charleston to Douglas route, and Dundee is called the 28 route. It's just when I said on the video up there that I want to see the Douglas route on the way back. It's quite ironic because that's what I drive. I drive buses in Dundee and there's a route to Douglas. But this ain't the Douglas that I drive to on the buses. I need a ferry included on that route if I was to do that. So that was the hill that I come from. But there's the other hill, the Con Tower Hill behind it. That's just the false horizon hill. That makes you think it's the top, but it ain't. But you've seen the monument that was up there anyways. Right, so it's just a walk back to the car now. I've said that about 100 times and I've never actually done it. I kept changing my mind. Oh, there's an old phone box for you, mate. You know who I'm talking about. This is at Peel on Isle of Man, just so that you... this is for you. You know who I mean. Oh, it's locked. It doesn't work. It does not actually. Oh no, wait a minute. Oh no, it's just quite heavy. That's for you. I won't say who you are, but you'll know who I mean. I'll take a picture for you as well. Right, and back to the car. So, that's where I went. I'll show you roughly what I've done. Started off of here, went all the way around the town. I looked right around the town, went up to the power station, came back again. Then I decided to go up to the, just to the foot of that hill. Then I decided to go right to the top of the hill. And I came down, right down to the other side where the beach is. Back up and then back along here. If that made any sense to you, probably not. But it's a fair bit. You've seen the pictures that I took anyway in the videos as well. So I'm back here now. I'm going to Douglas. Right? Next time you see us, I'll be at Douglas. I mean that this time because it is getting dark and I want to see the route going back to Douglas. Right, so that's where I am just now. I'm on the Isle of Man at Peel. And I'm going to drive to Douglas, which is there on the east side. I'll probably go this A1 route, which follows right into Douglas, all the way from Peel. And earlier today, when I set off, I went up from Douglas. I was going to go up the A18, but the road was shut, so I had to come down onto the A2, and then I stopped off at the where that railway was. I can't mind off it. Alaxi, that was it. Then I went to Ramsey for sandwiches. Then I went up to the Airy Point. Then I drove through Andres. It wasn't very... I didn't spend a lot of time. I just drove through. Then I went to Derby, where I stopped at the museum, the motor museum. And then I came down this route to Peel, where I am right now. And then I'm going to go back to Douglas via the A1, more or less. And then, as I say, tomorrow or the day after I'll explore this bit of the island, the south part. I'm going to spend one of the days anyway trying some of the stuff out, like going to a museum or try the steam train or whatever. So as I say, I want to see some of the sights on this route back to Douglas, so I'm going to wait to Matriarchs. Right, you see me again, and in Douglas this time. And just on the outskirts of Douglas. But there's just something I just want to show you, just as I was coming in there. It was this here. That's the. I've seen a lot of that on the sides of the roads. It'll be for the TT. Yeah, it's like some sort of crash matting. Also, this is quite unusual as well. I've never seen this before. A mini roundabout with a train. It's quite hilarious actually. It's quite funny though. Certainly different. You can see all the crash mats and that for the high-speed motorbikes during the TT. I reckon that will be that's the reason for all that. I just have to show you that as well. That's quite odd. A tree in the middle of a roundabout like that. But yeah, that's. I'm going to have a closer look at these crash mats. That's unusual, that. So I'll just get myself into Douglas, get something to eat, and I'll get a bit hungry as well. It was a nice drive actually to Douglas from I took the A1 route, and I came in by the circle and I saw quite a few of these. Saw some of these earlier on the day as well. Cross here looking. Okay, I'll pause this. Yeah, it's better. So yeah, I haven't been looking for any, I haven't been interested in actually going flat out on any of the roads or anything like that. You know, where it's unrestricted roads. They're not suitable. The ones I've driven on up to now that are unrestricted, in my opinion, wouldn't be suitable to do the speeds. I couldn't even imagine doing speed on some of these roads that I've got the the unrestriction on them. It's just too windy, too narrow. I think it's more for bikes and that, but it'd be for the TT as well. But yeah, quite a lot of this on the sharp bends and stuff to protect the rider and the property as well. Just thought I'd show you that. Right, so I found somewhere. Fancy an Indian tonight, an Indian restaurant. I'll see me through till breakfast tomorrow. Right, so I had my Indian meal. It was some chicken something blah blah blah. I couldn't pronounce it, but I looked at the menu, it looked nice, I tried it, so I said, that'll do. And some rice, coconut something, but it was delicious, so I scoffed that down pretty quick. It was one of these kind of, fairly posh actually, I had sweating, you know, I seemed like other table service and blooming posh places like. It's usually the same thing though, when you're hungry you get a tiny wee meal, and when you're not really that hungry you get a big meal, eh? Yeah. But yeah, it was tasty like. So yeah, I wasn't going to wait around, you know, all this formality stuff, having to wait on the bill and all this, going away, putting the bill on the table and walking away, and nah. I finished with my meal, jacket on, up to the till, pay the bill there and then, and I just pay the right money. All this tips and that. I've not got money to throw away. Don't mean that all anything, but that's always been me. I just pay the bill and that's it. Anyway, there's still room for a dessert at least. Quite simple things like that. I mean, they look at the dessert things you could be paying about, you know, money that I can't afford to burn like that. So a simple, nice treat like this, not that dear, at a corner shop over there. All you need. All it needs to do is trigger the satisfactory sensors in the brain. If you could spend a fortune on a meal and look at it and it's tiny and it's, you know, you think, well, I'm not that satisfied, or you could pay a small amount and go to somewhere that's just every day, and you can be really satisfied. You don't have to spend a fortune. You know, fair enough, I was on holiday, never mind. So I'm going to get tucked into this, then I'll get, not far from the hotel actually, I'll park the car, then I'll go for a couple of pints I think, although the pub I was at yesterday was a wee bit, it was nice, but just a little bit pricey for my wallet. I mean, when I was at Heysham, or Morecambe, the pints were really cheap, you know, £2.75 for a pint. Now that was pretty cheap, considering, you know, this is like 2022, the prices are a lot dearer. And then when I went to that, oh no, that was a Queen's one on Morecambe, joined by Heysham before I came to the Isle of Man. And then yesterday I went to the other Queen's, it was on the promenade, it was a fancy place, it was £4.80 for a pint, you know. So I might look for somewhere else, but then again, okay, I'm on holiday. But anyway, I've rather annoying enough. I'm going to get stuck into this before it melts. That'll probably be it for the day. Okay, so day 3, tomorrow, Wednesday, I'll see what I feel and see what I decide to do. Well, as I said, I'll probably go for a shot on something. Today was about driving around the island and looking at the sights and that. So tomorrow I'll maybe actually spend time at maybe a museum or try the train or something like that, steam train or the electric train. And if there's time, I might even go down to the south side of the island, or I might leave that for Thursday. I'll just play it by ear anyway. Okay, so that'll probably call it a night as far as the videos are for the night. Oh, this video is going to be astronomically long, so what I'll do is I'll make it into parts. Obviously this is like, well, yesterday was the day I arrived, that was Monday. Sunday was when I started videoing, wasn't it? Because I arrived at Heysham on Sunday, and then I got the ferry over on the Monday afternoon from Heysham to here. So that was day 2. This is day 3. Tomorrow will be 4, because it's obviously like 4 nights is over 5 days. It's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Sorry, 6 days, because Friday's the day I go back. So instead of making a massive long video, I'll probably just split it into sub parts, like, you know, one for Sunday and Monday might be part 1, and Tuesday, Wednesday part 2, Thursday and Friday might be part 3, something like that. I'll see what happens anyway. So I've got the big brochure there. I've got that from the guest house or the hotel. I'll look through that. I'll have a think later on the night. I'll sleep on it and decide what I'm going to do tomorrow. So that's it for the night. You'll see me tomorrow.